Hi, this is the first video of the differential gearbox. We will build and design together the cover, which has a specific form. And as I presented in the introduction, the cover is the part that holds all the gears inside. This is the picture of the cover that we will design together, and this is how it looks like in the differential system. This is a preview of the final design with Solidworks, and this is exactly what we are going to build. So let's start by creating a new file, and let's select the part design. First, let's select a plane. I'm going to select the front plane, change the view, and let's begin our sketching. So to build our form, we need to know the features that we are going to use. So the first feature that we are going to use is the surface revolve. So I'm going to create a sketch that we will need to use in the surface revolve. So let's begin our sketching on the front plane. And for our feature, the surface revolve, we'll need some center lines. The first center line should be horizontal, and the second one should be vertical. Let's give some dimension to these center lines. So here we have 61.5. On the other center line, we have 32.5. Now let's start by creating some lines. The first line will be here. The second one should be inclined a little bit to have the form that we need. And that's all. Let's start our dimensioning. Here we have 14.5. The angle between this line and this one is 93. And the dimension here is 25. Make sure the dimension is like that and not inclined like that. There is a little difference, so in order to avoid mistakes, make sure it is the correct dimension, and here we have 25. Good. On the other end, let's create some lines. So here I will have a line like that, another one here, and that's all. The distance between this line and the center line is 14.5. Dimension here, go back, select the smart dimension. The dimension here is 15. Good. Now if you have a problem like that, it's because you did not fix this point. So I'm going to go back, Ctrl Z, and let's delete this dimension. Now I'm going to fix this point here because I already have the distance between the line and the center line. So let's delete this one as well, and let's fix this point. Click on the point and click on the fix relation. Good. Now if you change the dimension of your line, I'll make it 15. The point is fixed and the dimension is changed along with the line. Good. Now let's finish our dimensioning. In this line we have 9.25. Now we have 2 points here, and to get the form on the cover that you can see right now, we need a tangent arc. Click on this one, tangent arc, and select these 2 points. Now we have the exact form that we need. So let's exit the sketch, and the feature that we are going to use is the surface revolve. You can find it on Insert, Surface, Revolve. The axis of revolution should be this one. Here we have the form that we need, but now we need some thickness to our part. So we can add the thickness on Insert, Boss or Base, Thicken. The thickness should be 4 mm, and let's keep it on this side. Good. Now we have the form of the cover. Now let's focus on other parts. The part that we are going to build right now is this one on the picture. So let's select this face, change the view, Now I'm going to create a circle. So let's begin our sketching first. Click on the sketch and select a circle. The center of the circle should be on this axis. So make sure the axis is shown, then you can create your circle. The distance between this center of the circle and the big center should be 14.5. The diameter of this circle should be 16. Now we can exit the sketch. The feature that we are going to use is a normal boss extruded boss. So let's select this one. Let's keep it on blind, but if we zoom in, you can see that the boss extrude surpasses our form. So in order to avoid that, I'm going to select some contours here. The sketch is already selected, so let's delete the sketch. The contours that I'm going to select are first this region, but it's not enough. You should also select this one. Good. Now you make sure that you have the full form that you need. The next thing is to add the hole. So let's select the face sketch, change the view. We'll need another circle. So make sure it's on the same axis as this one. Create the circle. The distance between the center of this circle and the big center is 40.5. And the diameter of the hole is 6. Nice. Let's exit the sketch. And the feature that we are going to use is the cut extrude. Let's make it true all and select OK. Now we need something else. As you can see, we have a strange form here, but don't panic, it's not a really hard one to do. So let's select this face and let's begin our sketching. Change the view again. So I'm going to add another circle. Make sure it's on the same axis, and if you can see, there is an icon here that tells us it's the same center as the first two circles. So if this icon appears, it's great. You can select it. You can also add the circle and change the dimension between this point and this one to be 40.5. The diameter of this circle should be 14. Good, and now let's exit the sketch. The feature that we are going to use is the extruded cut. Let's make it through all, but I want it on the other direction. So to switch the direction, you can just click on this icon. So let's select OK. And here we have the form needed on the cover. Now we need some fillets. So I'm going to select some edges here. I will select this one, and this one, and let's add a fillet. The fillet will be 1.25 here on the radius, and click OK. Good. We need some other fillets, so I'm going to select this edge, this one, the fourth and the fifth, and let's click on the fillet. The radius of the fillet, let's make it 1. Good. Now we have the fillets that we need. Now I'm going to add some extruded cut here behind the cover. So let's select this face and let's begin our sketching. Change the view. I guess it's this one. Good. Let's create a circle. The center of the circle should be the big center here. I'm going to select this face and this one, and the distance between them is 1.5. Good. exit the sketch, and feature is extruded cut. Let's keep it blind, and the distance or the depth is 5 units. Now let's go back on the project here, and as you can see we have a form here inside the cover and two forms outside of the cover. So let's begin by the outside one, and let's select the front plane, and let's begin our sketching. Good, let's change the view. Now we need some circles, so I'm going to create a circle here. Make sure the center of the circle is on this axis here. Good. Let's create another one. The distance between this center and the very end of the cover is 19.5. The diameter of this circle is 13. And the diameter of the other circle is 27. That's all. Let's exit the sketch. And as you can see, we have our sketch inside the cover exactly on the middle, which is a good thing, but we are going to add some settings on the Extruded Boss to get the form that we need. So let's select the feature Extruded Boss. I'm going to change this from sketch plane to from offset. The value of the offset should be 28, and I'm going to change blind to up to next. Exactly. Good. Click OK, and here we have the form that we need. Now I'm going to add the two forms that we need outside of the cover. So I'm going to select the front plane again, change the view. Good. So to get this form, I'm going to select some lines. I'm going to add a line here. Make sure the line is on this edge here. I'm going to add a center line to have a symmetric relation between some points here. So the points that I need to be symmetric are this one and this point, to have the line exactly on the center of the cover. So I'm going to select these 2 points. I already selected them, and I'm going to select the center line. The relation here is symmetric. Good. The dimension of the line is 22. Good. I will add some other lines. The dimension of this line is 15.5. I will add another line exactly the same as the previous one, like that. Good. And now I need a 3-point arc. So I'm going to select the 3-point arc here. The first point is this one, second point is here, and add the third point anywhere here. And the radius here should be 11. Let's add another circle. The center of the circle should be the same center as the 3-point arc, and the diameter or the radius here, so let's make it diameter, should be 13. Perfect. Now we can exit the sketch, and as you can see again, we have the sketch on exactly on the middle of the cover, which is a good thing, but we are going to make sure we change some settings on the features. So let's select the Extruded Boss feature, and here I'm going to change from sketch plane to from offset. The offset value is 45. I'm going to change blind to up to surface. Now we need to select the surface. The surface here is this face. Perfect. Click OK, and here we have the exact form that we need. Perfect. Now we need to create the hole that we have on the cover. So let's select this face here, select the sketch, and let's change the view. I'm going to create a circle. If the center doesn't appear, you can create a circle here and make sure the distance between this circle and this edge is 15.5. Nice. And the diameter here is 13. So I'll exit the sketch now, and let's use the extruded curve feature. Let's make it through all, and let's see how it goes. Nice. Click OK, and now we have the hole on the cover. Now I'm going to add the same form as this one on the other side, so let's do the same thing, and let's change the view. It's better for you to choose this view to create your sketch easily, so you can select this line here and select the other one here. Let's zoom in. Go back and select the line again. Perfect. Now create the 3-point arc. So as you can see now, the sketching is very easy because we already did the same thing on the other side. So this view helps us create the same sketch as the other one. So let's create now a circle here. They should have the same diameter. So let's exit the sketch, and we have the same exact sketch. So now I'm going to select the Extruded Boss feature. From offset, the offset value is the same, 45, and let's make it up to next. Don't change the direction of this one. The direction that we need to change is the offset direction, which is this one. Good. Let's click OK, and here we have our form. So now we have the full forms that we need. So now I'm going to repeat this part here around the cover. So the feature that we will use is the circular pattern here, or you can find it on insert pattern, circular pattern. The features that we are going to repeat around the cover are the boss extrude, the cut extrude, the other cut extrude, and the first fillet. The direction here should be this one, and make sure you select the equal spacing and not the instant spacing, and make sure the geometry pattern is not selected. Deselect this one and click OK. Good. Now we have the full parts of the cover. Now we just need to add the fillets that we could not repeat using the circular pattern. So I'm going to select the full edges. Good. Now we can select the fillet, and as the first fillet, let's make it on 1 mm. Deselect the tangent propagation to avoid problems and click OK. There you go. I always avoid to use the tangent propagation because sometimes it makes some problems, so just avoid it and select the edges that you want and create a normal fillet. Now I will finish by adding some fillets here, so I will select this edge, this one and this one, that's all, and click on the fillet and let's make it 2 millimeter on the radius and click OK. Now we have the full form of the cover. So as you can see, we used some features, we used some settings, we added some fillets. So this cover is really a good exercise to know how to build some strange parts using Solidworks. So on the next video we are going to create the second cover. So see you on the next video and peace out.